All right, Maz gang. So, like we said in last week's video, we are going to be attempting patties today. Um, I'm about to start on my part, which is the filling. So I have a pound of ground beef there, and then I have my green seasoning that I'm going to be adding to that, and then this right here is called panade, which is a thickening agent. So we're gonna add that. I've been looking at different recipes. Some of them call for soy sauce, some of them don't. But majority of them have, at least the one that I saw online that looked really good on YouTube. It looked really good. So I said I'll try that one. And it's a tablespoon of soy sauce. One of them asked about oyster sauce, and I'm just, I don't think that's supposed to go inside of a patty, so I'm going to omit that. Inside the green seasoning, you have bell pepper, all colors, thyme, garlic powder, salt. I put crushed red pepper because we weren't able to get Scotch bonnet, so to give it a little bit of heat, I'm using crushed red pepper. White pepper, paprika, you know, the usual. And allspice, ground allspice, you know, stuff like that. So I'm gonna let that brown, add that in there a little bit after, and then mix it up. And then I'm going to add my panade once it's all cooked in. And some ketchup. Yeah. All right, so anyway, let me get to what I'm doing, and then I will check back in a minute. Yo, so I took Braxton outside to the back. Look at him, he hear our neighbors. And Mr. Nosy wanna go out there and see what they're talking about. Crying to be nosy. Ain't that crazy? What you, them people not talking to you, Braxton. They not talking to you. Look at them. Just upset. You better go catch that ball.
So guys, just a little update. I've now filled and cut the patties, brushed them with a little bit of egg wash. I'm about to put them in the oven now for 20 minutes. And then hopefully we have our golden brown, juicy, sticky spoon patties.
They're done, guys. How do you feel?
I don't think it looked bad for our first try.
I don't think so either.
I definitely would roll the dough a little thinner the next time.
Mm-hmm.
And it would give us more patties too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe I could get 8 instead of 6 from that dough.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm happy with how it came out.
Can't wait to taste it.
Yeah. Just giving it a little while and then we'll bust one open. We got our first tester here. Beef busting out the back. So. Okay. Come on, flakes. And these were like big stuff.
You give it to me?
Yes. Okay. Cheers. Suppose a hot one.
That's good.
Why you seem so surprised?
I wasn't expecting it to be good. I really wasn't.
Oh.
That hot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like hot like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like it, guys. I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm not gonna kill it myself and eat it and burn up my mouth.
Not bad for the first try.
High five.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can only see it going up from here. The beef don't taste bad.
Mm-mm.
I thought it was gonna, you know, it meshes very well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. Crust came out flaky. There you go.
Good job.
Not bad.
Look at
Watch
those.
Baker. Yeah.
There you
Alright guys, we're gonna go eat now. Bye. Hey guys. Brian not even realized I was recording. But your night is over. Today was actually Father's Day. We never even said anything. But yeah, happy Father's Day. I mean, it's a whole week late at this point by the time the video comes out. But happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there on the channel. But Brian's mom had actually come over earlier as well as our neighbors. And they both gave us cards, which was really, really nice. Our neighbors actually gave us pretty succulent as well, which we can have in our dining room slash kitchen. Yeah, we haven't been known to have the greenest of thumbs, so we've killed succulents before, but this time I think it will be a little different. I think we're a little bit better now than we were when we were in Orlando. Yeah, let me quickly show you guys the cards that we got before it is that I go up to head to bed because your boy got work for the rest of the week. So this is what my mother-in-law gave me, and then our neighbors gave me that one. Has a cute little cat on the inside. Then our little succulent. Brian got this because you know he loves him an old-fashioned. And then he got this one from his mother. And we really appreciate everybody in the comments who was sending us messages, especially those who sent us both messages, because I know Brian is BJ's birth parent, but you know, I really do acknowledge him as my son too. And you know, I want to take a special moment to acknowledge all the bonus parents out there too, because we do the work and we still give the same level of love and everything, you know. So definitely want to give kudos to those who play that kind of role or any kind of significant role in the child's life or children's lives. Yeah, but anyways, I'm about to go and get showered so I can get ready for bed. You know, I had 2 good days of rest, so tonight I'll probably get a good amount of hours of sleep before it is that I do have to get back to work tomorrow. But this week will be a good week, hoping for it. And at the end of this week, I do have my next pop-up, so yeah, you guys will be seeing a lot of baking. So anyways, guys, good night. Hello guys, how are y'all doing? I'm in the kitchen currently at 3:15. It is Wednesday, but this week has felt super long. Yeah, it feels like just these last 3 days felt like a full work week already. I'm glad though that it is lagging because I do have a pop-up this weekend, and you know, on pop-up days, typically so far for the first 2 that I did, I have not slept any at all the Friday going into the Saturday. The last pop-up was 2 days and I maybe slept for like 2 to 3 hours in between the Saturday and the Sunday. So this week I've really been trying to make sure that I kind of do a lot of prep work as much as possible to be able to not have to do as much last minute while still keeping the integrity of what it is that I do, which is being able to provide freshly baked morning of kind of cinnamon rolls. So finding the balance between that has been a little bit difficult, but I think this week I've been able to, you know, find a way to figure that out. So I've been like doing the things, pre-rolling them and putting them in the freezer, and that's before they're baked. And then I can take them out, have them proof, and then bake them whenever it is that I need it. So everything is like just about timing and schedule and space. Space is another big thing. So I'm doing as much as I can with the space that we have. Thankfully, we do have a deep freezer that I used to be able to do that, but it's still not able to fit everything. I've also started using like pans like this to proof my dough in, and then also for the rolls that I complete, put them in there, cover them, and then that's what I put in the freezer. I do, after this, probably gonna invest in like some of those big reusable plastic bins so I can do my proofing and keep the rolls in that instead of using something that's disposable. So I cut down on, wastage and garbage and things like that. Yeah, but this time around, as of right now, I feel relaxed when it comes to the baking. It feels like most things are on schedule. So, the intention is that with each one, I get better and better while still keeping the consistency of the product itself. So I'm not freaking out just yet, but I'm making sure I check it now because, on bake days, like it always gets crazy. Always get crazy. Like no matter what, there's always something that pops up that you don't expect. Yeah, so wish me luck later this week. Right now, I'm just trying to clean up the kitchen from what I did tonight and also gonna set aside my lunch for tomorrow. I don't know what's been happening, but I've been on like this big seafood kick. So I've been eating a lot of fish and a lot of shrimp, crab, things like that. Like whenever it is that we've had a choice when we go somewhere and there is something nice that's like seafood, I've been getting that. Tonight, Brian made salmon in the air fryer. He didn't he didn't like it because it tasted too much like fish. But I like fish no matter what. So it could be fresh, it could be well seasoned. Either way, I just really, really enjoy fish right now. So I'm having his salmon for lunch tomorrow, and I'm gonna have that with like a side salad. And for him, he had chicken. So don't worry about him. He did still eat, guys, because I actually had ended up buying rotisserie chicken just to like help with my lunches during the week, especially during bake weeks. Like neither of us really have any food in the fridge because we have like whatever it is that we're doing prep wise in there. So it's just to make sure that there's something that's easy there to prepare, that we don't have to worry about anybody trying to use the stove to cook anything, because stove right now is just all baked goods. Yeah, but so far the week has been pretty chill, pretty relaxed. I guess you guys would have seen what Brian has been up to, which, he's been around here. He actually took Braxton for a haircut today. And I really, really like Braxton's haircut. Braxton right now is sleeping though. So yeah, I'll make sure tomorrow I show you guys what he looks like. Because he's so cute. And Braxton is so, so cute. Especially this haircut. I think this is the best that they've ever done. Yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna finish up so I can still get a couple hours of sleep before I gotta get up and go to work, and then I will be back at it tomorrow.
What's up, Maz gang? It's Thursday. Today's my first day picking up the camera since Sunday, but it's been a very good week. Alex preparing for his pop-up this weekend, so I've been trying to help him, not overreact, or not necessarily overreact, but like be too anxious, because he's a perfectionist, so he wants everything to be perfect. So sometimes he kind of gets overwhelmed. So I've been trying to help him, stay calm, stay focused, or whatever. And that's been good. Like he's switched up his whole process, so he's preparing a lot earlier. And I think it's going to make for a very positive change on his side, like for his experience, because the last 2 pop-ups that we've done, he hasn't slept for over 24 hours, and you can't run your body like that, So, yeah, hopefully it's a different experience this time for him. But I have Braxton back here. Y'all see him back there? So if y'all hear a lot of noise, because I have the window down, and he absolutely loves it, as you can see. But yeah, he got a grooming yesterday, so he's cute and cut, and I had to come back today because he needs one more Bordetella vaccine, and that'll complete that series, and then his flea, tick, and heartworm medication, I had to get that too. So that little plan with PetSmart for like puppies, I think it's $79 a month. Man, I think it's good. Like it actually does help a lot. Like any issues that I may have, it's free for me to bring him up here and them to check him out. The flea tick and heartworm medication monthly is free. All of his vaccinations are included in that $70 a month. Whereas when I was going to the one in Union City, they wanted to charge me like $1,500 for a set. Like, it was just a lot more money. It just didn't make sense. And I feel like I can take him to any PetSmart and it'll be, you know, okay. So highly recommended if you have a new fur baby. But yeah, I don't know if you guys hearing all this wind, so I'm not going to talk too much right now. I will check back in with you guys a little later. Braxy, such a good boy.
Hey guys, so I just made it home and look who was so excited. Braxton, hey. Let me pick him up. Come. Oh, come baby. Jeez, there we go. Look at him. Normally you can't see Braxton's eyes, and they finally cut it so that we can see his eyes and that he can see us fully. And I realized that since he got his haircut, is like his white hair is really showing up so much. Hey baby, how you doing? Yeah, but I'm happy to be back home from work. It's almost time for me to get started with doing my baking. Today is Thursday, and particularly the Island Time roll has to be done 2 days before it is going to be sold so that it has enough time to soak. So I'm going to be working on that tonight. So pop-up preparation officially would have started. As you can see here on the table, we have all of the boxes. So I had to relabel the boxes because I had to re-up from the last time. Because the last time doing like almost 200 things, it took out all my stock. So this time around, I bought like 400 boxes. I only have like 150 something orders for the cinnamon rolls, which is still great. Not complaining at all. But I definitely should not run out of anything this time. I think I have all boxes covered. Yeah, so overall, I'm just hoping for a smoother ride. Please, I'm praying for a smoother ride because your boy also needs some sleep at some point during this weekend. So, yeah, wish me luck. Anyways, I'm going to go and take this little one here for a walk. And then I'll come back, wait for Brian to come home with dinner, and then officially get started with the baking. Bye.
Oh, what's up, Maz gang? Y'all see my beard glistening? Ain't she purty? Y'all look what Braxton did to my head. Oh, you probably can't see it. But right there, I was laying on the couch and I guess he wanted to play. He came over and, you know, like, was giving me the paw, whatever, and then he, like, dove his head into mine and his tooth nicked my head. So I have a cut right on my head, right there. But it's okay. He's the only one who can bite me on my head and get away with it. But yes, it is 2:00 on Saturday morning. It's the 27th, I think. Alec has his pop-up today, and he is downstairs baking. I think he only has the nana puddings to finish, so he should be in bed, which is a big difference. He should be in bed because he doesn't ever make it to bed when on pop-up days. So he should be in bed probably within like the next hour or two, maybe three. But I'm upstairs. I just got out the shower. I'm helping him, like, you know, tag whatever he needs tagged or whatever. Nothing much. But yeah, it's working out. I owe y'all a story time about, you know, flight attendant life or whatever. So I decided I'd tell you a time where I thought I hit a lick on the aircraft. It's not really a thought. I actually did hit a lick. But if you don't know what that means, Google it. Hit a lick. So yes, I was living in Orlando at the time. I was flying. I was doing a turn to St. Thomas. I absolutely hated St. Thomas flights, and it wasn't the people. Like it was really chill. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't a bad flight. It was just very long, and it was long on the way home. I can deal with the flight being long going, but coming home, I just really want to get home. So I always hate it, and it was like midday. So you going to work at like 11. I think our show time was probably like 11 something, and you don't get home like back to Orlando until like 6 or 7. So it just eats up your entire day. It just was. It wasn't really a flight that I like to do, but it was also good credit. So I had to do what I had to do. So I'm working lead because I want to say I'm maybe I'm the most junior, or I might have been the most senior at the time because I was also buying this house. So I may have been working lead to get extra money. So anyway, I'm flying lead. This couple comes on board. It's a guy, his wife, and their little child, their daughter or whatever. She's probably like 2 or 3. Oh, and I want to say her parents because I don't think it was his parents. So altogether, it's 5 of them, and they all sit in the big front seat. And during service, during service, they ordered, I want to say at least $150, $200 worth of stuff, like cheeses, cheese trays, juices, whatever it was that that little girl saw she wanted on the menu, she got it. So clearly they had money to spend or whatever. So the guy's talking to me. I'm, talking back like it's nothing major. It's a white guy, young guy, and he ends up telling me he was just like, "Yo, like I just won a lawsuit and I won like 6 point something $1 million." I was like, "What? Congratulations!" Like, no wonder you spinning it up or whatever. Um, and because he told me that he had just won the money, like he was fresh into it. So I ended up giving him like a celebratory drink. He's in a big front seat. He's spending money. Okay, let's do this. So I gave him like a double Jack and Coke or something like that, and he was like taken aback. He was like, "Wow, like really?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, like take it. It's all good. Like you just won a big suit. I'm not expecting anything from it." So this is probably like maybe an hour into the flight. The flight is 3 hours long, so we're still talking. And then he asked me, he's like, "No, my girl wants a mimosa." And at the time, this is when Spirit had champagne. So I was like, "Don't even worry about it." So I gave her the mimosa. Um, and then as the flight goes on, he wants to buy the grandparents something. And I was going to give it to him, but he's like, "No, I'm gonna pay for this. I'm gonna pay for this." At the end of the flight, Buddy was like, "You've been so nice. Like you've been so cool. Like I always have good experiences on Spirit, but I've never had a guy who I was able to just chat it up with and just talk and have a good time." Because we also had similarities. He was from Fort Lauderdale. I went to Stranahan and he went to Piper. So we all like we had that in common. Like we graduated the same year. And, it was just like commonalities that we had and like reminiscing about the old times. So as he's walking off the flight, or not even walking off the flight, this is like during probably initial descent, he like gives me a tip. But you know how like the grandparents like they try to shake your hand and it's like squeeze the money in your hand like they try to hide it or whatever. He kind of did the same thing. So I don't think anything of it. I'm like, okay, he probably gave me like a 20. He just, hit the lottery. Big money. But then I started ruffling. I was like, oh no, this is thicker than one bill. So I was like, maybe he gave me like 2 10s. I don't know. He broke it up or whatever. So I put it in my pocket and I didn't look at it. And he was like, I'm coming back on Monday. So are you going to work that flight? And it just so happened that I had the St. Thomas flight that he was going to be on going back to Orlando. I was working it. So I told him, yeah, like I'll be here. He was like, all right, man. Well, it's more from where that came from. So just hook us up or whatever. Say less. I got you. So he gets off the plane. I go in the lavatory. Like we all deplane. I go in the lavatory, like, freshen up before the next set of people come on. Why I checked my pocket and this man had $400 bills rolled up. 4 $100 bills rolled up. Now, mind you, I'm the only one who's working with this man. Nobody else wants to talk to him. Like, they're in the back. One thing about Orlando, I will say, I was with an all Spanish crew. They are like they accepted me, at least the ones that I knew. They all were really nice to me. They all treated me very kindly. But sometimes those Spanish crews would, if they knew each other and not you, they would walk to the back of the plane, and speak Spanish the entire time and not even like check on me. It like Orlando was good for doing that. So that's exactly what happened on that flight. They all went in the back. They left me up front, and I'm not finna split my tip with y'all because y'all ain't help. So I had $400 to myself, and I was like, this man said he coming back. He's coming back? Oh, say less. So fast forward to Monday. I think this was like a Thursday. Fast forward to Monday. He's on his way. I'm in St. Thomas. He gets back on the plane. He wanted to sit in the first row and not the last, like the second row. Still big front seats. I don't know what the difference is, but he didn't want to sit back there. So I was like, okay, of course. It just so happened that the 2 front seats were empty. Yes, sir. I will upgrade you. Sit here. Take it. Mind you, it's not an upgrade. He had already paid for the big front seat. He was just moving from row 2 to row 1. It was empty. It wasn't gonna cause me no headache. Take it. So, the flight goes on, same deal. We still talking. Told me about his time. Had a party. He rented a big villa, showed me pictures. They hired like hibachi, and they were cooking hibachi. Like, he just showed me everything. It was a very beautiful villa, and they looked like they had a great time. And he was hungover, so he didn't really want to drink that time, but he just needed like ginger ales, club sodas, and stuff like that. And of course, it was on me. Well, spirit. But so at the end of the flight, I'm expecting my tip, and I got it. And he deplanes, and I open it up, and I look at the money, and I'm just like, why does it feel funny? This time it was like $350s and $100 bill. So I was like, this $100 bill don't seem right. Bitch, why I looked up at the $100 bill, it was a fake. I look at the other hundreds, and I'm just like, did this man play me this entire time? Did he play me the entire time? And he did. I think he may have given me like 2 real $100 bills, but the other $200 bills were fake, and then the 50s were real. So I was just like, wow, he really did hustle. That was the story about how I thought I hit a lick, and the lick had hit me first. But it's okay, because you live and you learn. You live and you learn. But that was a good time, man. He was a really cool guy. Like, even though he handed me counterfeit money, I still enjoyed the conversations that we had. Like, it was really like talking to somebody I had went to school with, because we had so much in common. But yeah, that was that. I probably shouldn't have told y'all that I went to Walmart, because y'all finna all get in the comment. Not all y'all, but it's gonna be some negative Nancy's in the comments about, oh, you should have did this and da 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 blah blah blah. Oh, please. Gosh, like, you've never done anything wrong. But yeah. Anyway, I think I'm done rambling now. I'm gonna go back downstairs. I'm laughing at myself. Yeah, I'm gonna go back downstairs and keep Alex some company. Hopefully he has some more things done and he can get to bed. Because I was having a conversation with him about how I don't like him being so exhausted, all the time. Like, it's not healthy, And he's a night owl. He comes alive at night, but you also have to be cognizant during the day. And he is. Like, he works very hard to be up at both times, but when do you have time to sleep? Like, that's when your pressure gets high, your heart issues. Like, no, we have to find better ways to get some things done. So I'm trying to help him and take some of the load off of him. So yeah, but let me shut up and get downstairs. and I will talk to y'all a little bit later.
Good morning, guys. So it is Saturday the 27th and time to get to work. Difference this time around, status update. I was actually able to get a little bit of sleep this time around before the pop-up. So that is good news. It was only like 2 hours, but look, it's better than none at all. So if I look terrible, you know why, if it is that you're meeting me for the first time today. But yeah, excited to get out there and go and get these cinnamon rolls delivered. So let's go. It's pop-up day. Hey guys, just leaving location number 1 here by Arbor Place Mall. We got to finish a couple minutes early. Last pop-up, Douglasville was actually our most popular location, and this time around I think it had the least people because I think we had a lot of the people from here transferring tomorrow. But yeah, it was still good. We got to leave out, as I said, a couple minutes early so we could go home, probably have a little 10 minutes to sit down, pack the car with the other things, and then hopefully have a quick wrap up in South Fulton too. But all of the words that everybody is sharing with me, I think, has got to be the sweetest part of this experience. Like, one, just hearing how much people, boy, I'm just dropping a pothole a while ago, but just hearing how much people enjoy the baked goods, like, that warms my heart to no end. You know, because I'm one of those people that is super, super hard on myself, including when I'm doing something like this. Like, to charge somebody for something, to me, I need to make it really, really good. I want that you see the value in the money that is spent on whatever it is that you are purchasing. So to hear that it seems like that's the experience most people have had is very nice to hear. Outside of that, just the words of encouragement that y'all are giving me, like, y'all really making me believe like this can be a thing, you know? Now you're having me sit down and beginning to dream again, which I'll say, like, that's also one of those things that I typically try and not do because it depresses me if I think about something or dream about something and then I don't see a way to achieve it, you know? So I tend to not dream too big. I'm more so, let's put pen to paper and try and see the feasibility of something. But yeah, just the words that you guys share with me, like, it really has been having me in my feels a little bit. Like, I can't say enough how much we appreciate you guys. I know you guys say it to us too, whether in the comments or in person, but yeah, even if it is that we were to comment and say it, like, it doesn't capture how deep the feeling of gratitude is for this community here through YouTube, man. Yeah, but anyhow, heading home now to go repack this car to head straight back out to South Fulton, and then I can go home and bake again for tomorrow. The work never stops, the grind never stops. But anyways, I'll catch you guys back up a little bit later. Well guys, it's not often that I or we end the vlog on a Sunday, but yes, it is Sunday. So I started off the vlog saying happy Sunday, and I'll be ending the vlog saying happy Sunday too. It's now 7:19. I just finished doing everything this time around, so I've actually cleaned the kitchen and everything now too. Packed all the orders, and I am ready for pickup later today and tomorrow, which is between 2 and 4. So at least I do actually get some time to sleep in a little bit. I do have an order that wasn't picked up yesterday that I do have to drop off. So I'll get up a little bit earlier than planned to drop that off by midday. Yeah, but this time around, I will say, you know, I learn every single time that I have another pop-up. This time, a couple of lessons learned as well, but it was definitely easier than the other two that I've done. So thanks once again for supporting. For those wondering when the next one is going to be July 19th, which is in Stone Mountain. So, you know, we're really not on Stone Mountain side, but we are bringing it that side because we know a couple of people did request to be a little bit closer to them. So looking forward to the support for that one. And then more than likely on this side of Georgia, we'll be back here around the 1st or 2nd, or 1st and 2nd of August. Yeah. But thanks to all of you out there, not Sticky Spoon now, this is like Meetthemazelins, just in general. You know, we're really blessed to be living the kind of life that we are and having the kind of acceptance that we have in our community here. And you guys literally support us in everything that we do. And it really doesn't go unnoticed. You guys have given us a different quality of life than what we imagined. And Brian and I sit down often and like think back on, you know, where it is that we're coming from and where it is that we are now, and truly know that it would not be possible without y'all. It really wouldn't. But anyways, guys, I'm about to head upstairs and try and get a little bit of sleep. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you know somebody who would like a little bit more love in their lives, please share the video with them. I forgot to say something about comment, but I don't even know what at this point. Forgive me, I'm tired. But if you haven't done it already, do what? Subscribe, guys. So we will see you next week. Bye.